Okay, so next up is Shirley with metrics and logs and a unified solution. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Shirley. I work at Red Hat on the oVirt project. I would like to talk to you today about metrics and logs in a unified solution, and I'll do it fast because it's late in the day, only 5 minutes. And so when we talk about metrics, we talk about time series data, key value pairs, like CPU usage or memory usage. And when we talk about logs, we usually talk about semi-structured data that includes timestamp and the message itself, maybe a little bit of metadata like log level. And so both metrics and logs are time-based. When we search for a solution, we wanted a solution that we can aggregate all this data to a central location. And to be able to add additional metadata like tags and labels to the data before it is sent to the central location, so we can slice and dice the data. You've all heard, if you heard the discussion before, they talked about it a lot. It's important, like where the data came from, which cluster, which environment. And for both metrics and logs, we want to be able to do actions like alerting or visualization and analysis. So in open source, we have several components that relates to monitoring. First are the collectors that collects metrics and logs from the environment. For metrics, we have TCP, CollectD, and Prometheus. For logs, we have RSysLog, FluentD, Telegraph, and Logstash. In visualization, like we've seen before, we have Grafana, Kibana, and OneGraph for InfluxDB. And for logs analysis, we basically the most common is Kibana. For alerting, we have Prometheus, Capacitor, Sentinel, and ElastAlert for Elasticsearch. So what we wanted to achieve in having both metrics and logs in one solution: less maintenance, less upgrades, less components that we need to support. This was very important for us. An additional value that we get when we combine metrics and logs in one solution is that you can correlate between them. So if you have an error in your logs, you want to understand what's going on, you can go and see in the dashboard. In one dashboard, you can see that in that time, your disk is full in that host, that specific host. This can pinpoint your issues really fast. And when we examined the following stats, Elasticsearch, Prometheus, Graphite, and Influx, the main issue for us, the first point was that it is fully open source. So this took out InfluxDB from the equation. And we wanted to have logs and metrics for support, a flexible schema, long-term storage, and being able to scale the monitoring solution for large environments. So for the oVirt project, what we chose for the collectors, for the metrics, we chose CollectD, FluentD for logs, Kibana and Grafana for visualization, and Kibana for logs analysis. For alerts, it is still to be decided. So what I want you to take out of this presentation is that having both metrics and logs in one solution is less maintenance. A lot more, when you have one solution, you need to have less maintenance, less upgrades, as I said before, and you get a value of correlation. Thank you. To the oVirt booth, if you want to see the metric store, I can show you tomorrow. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. Next up is Brian at the 6:30.